I'm Steve Rowe. I'm a transformational life coach and hypnotherapist, and I'm here to share with you a bit more detail about my background and how my experience with both talking therapies and hypnotherapy have helped change my life, and how I'd now love the opportunity to help change yours too. So for many years, I was working within the media industry in London and worked my way up from internships to a successful sales role, where for a really long time, I felt like I was living the dream of a 20-something-year-old, being creative, pitching ideas, hitting targets, attending events and award ceremonies, and building a fun and social relationship with my clients. And it was incredible and really benefited me in so many ways. However, as time went on, I was starting to feel physically tired and burnt out from the big city and the industry. I was becoming lonely and lost, and my mental health had reached a really low point, and at that time I needed some support. I'd previously had both counselling and cognitive behavioural therapies in the past, both really successful for me. But through recommendation, I decided to invest in a life coach to help me piece together my potential future path, and to give me some commitment and accountability with the goals that I wanted to set. At the same time as this, I also wanted to address a separate issue in my life, binge drinking, which had become my vice at the time, instantly giving me a way of numbing my negative emotions. And it was easy to excuse the habit at that time. I was a single man, living in the big smoke, and I had a job where socialising and drinking was the norm. But I'd had enough, and I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And I'd heard loads of positive things about hypnotherapy, so I gave it a go. And I found it such a hugely powerful tool. Through the combination of coaching, the hypnotherapy tool, and the CBT techniques I was getting within the conscious part of my sessions, I soon began putting the life puzzle together again. So changing bad habits, reducing anxiety, increasing my confidence, and making some huge, exciting decisions. So a long story short, and just a couple of years on, and I'm now living right here in my favourite city, Seville, in the south of Spain, with my own business profile and qualifications in transformational coaching and hypnotherapy. But more importantly, living the content and settled life that I've been craving for many, many years. My motivation now is to share my tools, knowledge and experience, and work alongside and support others to do the same. So whether that be anything from small habitual changes to bigger life transformations, and of course anything in between. So let's start by throwing out some misconceptions, particularly about hypnotherapy. Do I have control over your mind or your physical reactions? No. Can you get stuck in hypnosis? Absolutely not, no. Is it the same as sleep? It's not that either. Hypnosis is simply a deep state of relaxation, so similar to when you're at a stage of falling asleep, but not quite there yet. How often do you travel or drive to work, but once you arrive have very little memory of the journey because you were daydreaming? This is a form of hypnosis. Or how often do you get stuck into a really good book and it feels like you're no longer in the normal world for a period of time? Likewise, this is also considered a form of hypnosis. So in these states, would I be able to force you to do something you didn't want to do? Say, for example, and let's use the cliche, turn you into a chicken? Absolutely not. You are in control of what you do at all times. In session, once guided into this state, we're crossing a line known as the critical faculty, where I'm able to speak directly to the most susceptible part of your mind, the subconscious. With suggestion, imagery, and the right techniques, I'm able to help take negative thought processes and consequently change them into a positive mindset, while physically and mentally forming new healthy habits and behaviours. In the subconscious part of our brain, we also hold our history, so think of this as our life library or archive. However, we're not able to hold these mass amount of memories in the conscious state of our mind. and therefore we're not always able to remember or understand why we develop certain feelings or thoughts. These are usually from an event or situation in an earlier period of our lives. Sometimes more traumatic events, but can also quite often be the smallest thing that's preventing us from moving on in a big way. Hypnosis is not only able to bring these memories to the surface, but also offers the tools to heal the wounds or at least make peace and obtain closure of a certain situation. Many other talking therapies, particularly when it comes to bad habits or addiction, can effectively bring out the trapped emotions within us, but not give us the tools to go out in the world and deal with them. So we can often react through actions that have an even more negative impact on our lives. Hypnotherapy is a tool that can take you from A to Z, as the subconscious part of the mind will already be able to deal with the after effect of new emotions. Life coaching sessions with me, either in isolation or tied in with hypnosis, can be a fantastic way to unblock any life obstacles that are making you feel stuck, confused, overwhelmed, lost, or deflated. We'll work together to set goals, working through potential obstacles or moments of doubt, but always making sure you stay on track. Coaching is a client-led therapy. I'll be there to guide, but you are the expert of you. I'm just there to ask the right questions and help you to achieve moments of clarity in your life. This type of talking therapy is invaluable, and for me it's extremely underrated, as we also use elements and tools of many other successful forms of therapy such as CBT and NLP, along with some aspects of regular counselling. Across both offerings, I specialise and have a lot of experience in various areas such as addiction, anxiety, depression and motivation. Through personal interest, I also work well with those looking for a boost or kickstart with exercise, nutrition and dieting. Specifically with hypnotherapy, I also specialise in smoking cessation, something I have great success with, as well as age regression, which has enabled me to get to the core of some real deep-rooted problems with many of my clients. But whatever you're looking to achieve, get in contact with me for a free 30-minute consultation where we can discuss your options and collectively work out the best route for you to take to ensure the best results possible. And likewise, if you have any other questions or inquiries about any of my services, most of which are flexibly based online, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Thanks everyone for taking the time to listen, and hopefully we'll speak soon.